Hey everyone, glad you're back. In this section, we are going to provide a quick introduction of Amazon DynamoDB, the non-relational database solution within Amazon Web Services. DynamoDB is one of AWS's managed services in the database realm. While we'll get into more detail later about the ins and outs of non-relational or NoSQL databases, here I just want to give you some foundational knowledge about DynamoDB specifically. First off, as I stated earlier, DynamoDB is a managed service. When you launch a database within the service, you are not selecting a specific instance or server size, you are not setting up an auto-scaling group, you are not even setting a table size. When you launch a database in DynamoDB, you are just creating a table. The architecture surrounding the scaling of nodes and redundancy of data are handled by AWS. There's no need to provision hardware, install or configure an engine, or worry about a patching or update schedule, as it's all taken care of within the service. Moving on, DynamoDB does not have a table size limit. Similar to Amazon S3, if you continue to add data to your table will just continue to grow. Because it is a managed service, as your table grows, you do not have to provision more storage volumes to utilize. Additionally, DynamoDB will not require that you set up maintenance times for your upgrades to a higher performing node. When using the service, you manually or automatically scale your throughput performance, and AWS will take care of any changes to accompany those adjustments. As I just stated, in this service, it is your throughput that you scale. Your throughput consists of the number of reads and writes that you need to be able to handle on a per second basis. When you create a new table in DynamoDB, you must specify its provision throughput capacity, which is the amount of read and write activity that the table will be able to support. The service will then adjust by modifying the partitions your data is spread across in order to help you meet the needs of an ever-changing demand on your table. The scalability of your table is achieved because of the way the data is organized. Instead of the rows and columns that you may be familiar with from a relational database management system, such as Amazon Relational Database Service, DynamoDB stores its content as items and their associated attributes. As with a relational database, the main functions performed on your table are reads and writes. They're just done a little differently in a non-relational database like DynamoDB. In this service, your writes are essentially putting JSON formatted items into your table, whether doing an initial write or an update. And your reads will consist of queries or scans. Sean will get into more detail about this in the next module. The last thing that I want to cover here is simply that while, like other AWS services, you have a fully featured API that you're able to utilize for scripting and programming access, you also get a highly featured console to utilize within the AWS Management Console. The console allows you to create and manipulate tables, adjust throughput, query your table, monitor performance, and many other functions. We will be going through a demonstration later to show you some of these functions. Well, that's all I have for now. I'll see y'all later.